Rajasthan Royals.
Okay, so Rajasthan, even before the trade window, they had already, like CSK, given us all the news that you want. Sanju Samson, his 7-year association is done with RR. Sanju Samson traded to CSK for 18 crores. Nitish Rana comes back home to Delhi,
after
having never played with the Delhi Capital.
4.2 crores. And then the 2 Sri Lankans have been released. We thought with Kumar Sangakkara coming, I thought, okay, maybe Sri Lankan Royals would remain Sri Lankan Royals. But now it's no longer Sri Lankan Royals. Vanindu and Mahesh both gone.
In fact, in our pre-release discussion, we had all picked Mahesh Tikshana to be the one that goes, and maybe they would have kept Hasaranga for his all-round abilities, and you said yes. But then this also goes on to prove that not every coach just looks after people. Maybe coaches are fair and they're saying no, maybe we need to release. Again, having said that, who knows, they may still bid for Hasaranga hoping that they can get him cheaper. You never know. That could be the strategy.
But you know, the Sri Lankan players, when you look at their market value and looking at the way, because out of sight is like out of mind. When was the last time Sri Lanka played? I mean, they are playing the series.
The fact that Dasun Chanaka, when he was punishing India in the Asia Cup, when he was at the peak of his powers, didn't manage to get a single signing, didn't manage to attract any bid at all, was ultimately picked as, I think, a replacement player
because Williamson got injured.
But exactly, and that was just the second game I remember, or the first game when he was fielding on the ropes, Kane Williamson. So I'm not surprised with Sri Lankan players. At times they're hard done by in the auction. Okay, but I'm not saying this is both players being hard done by.
Okay, so these are just the top 4 releases that we're showing you, but they've released a few more players. They have fed up 16 odd crore heading into the auction. So the players that they have released are, of course,
so there's
Vanindu Hasaranga, Mahesh Tikshana, Fazalak Farooqi, then they've released
Akash
Madwal and Ashok Kumar, Kunal Rathore and Kumar Karthike.
Madwal is a surprise for me, really.
By the way, I want to ask the 2 esteemed colleagues of mine who were very keen to release a certain
Jafra.
Yeah.
I
didn't want him released. You guys wanted.
Yeah, it's a risk. I still believe that they're taking a risk. It's going to be.
You would have released him.
I would have released him.
That would have fed up another
12 crore.
12 CR.
And might have gotten after Archer for less also, because the thing with him right now is that he's.
No, I agree with you. There's a good chance after the Ashes and the T20 World Cup, he doesn't make the IPL.
Yeah.
Or his back doesn't make it.
That's what I mean.
No, he could make it and then whatever.
No, he will not make the IPL. By which I mean whether it's the shoulder, the back or whatever.
Shoulder, back, elbow.
There's a good chance he doesn't make it. So that would have allowed you. What happens there is then you're only left with any replacement that's the leftover you can get. But what a smart strategy from Rajasthan could have been to let him go, have that 12 crore, maybe bid for him at a cheaper price if you wanted it, or because he runs a risk of not being available, you could have shopped for a few more bowlers. The only thing is that, and in that sense, I'm 50-50 and I wouldn't have released Archer, is because he did have an impact on games. Last season, I remember, there were certain games where he looked dangerous. He was cranking it up.
Yeah, I remember.
And so for that,
okay, but
no, he was not okay. He was Archer.
But the wickets column, were the winning matches? None of that really was there. So
no, but they were not winning matches because they're batting. Like winning games, they were losing because they're batting.
Last over finishes, they failed.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was.
I think Archer was doing his job.
The biggest surprise, by the way, is that they kept on Tushar Deshpande.
Yeah.
That money, really. You let go of Madwal, who was far cheaper, and you have Tushar Deshpande, Sasta Shardul. I don't understand that.
And they paid a lot. How much did they pay?
6 or 7 crores.
Yeah.
Like Shardul is worth 2.
Yeah.
Shardul is worth 2. So he's actually expensive, Shardul. Make that make sense. Sometimes RR, they always have this tendency. They'll do something. Like I did a video about it and I was discussing it earlier as well. Is that with this one trade of Sanju, they actually address their biggest weakness, all-rounders. They've gotten in 2 who'd walk into the 11. But then they'll do something like this, that they'll keep Tushar Deshpande on. Please make it make sense.
I mean, if you look at it, one of either Quena Mafaka or Nandre Burger could have been put.
See, maybe they see Quena as a one for the future type thing. But again, if that was the case, then you should have released Archer, and I think Nandre Berger would have been a better starting option.
Exactly the point I was about to make, because see, once you've got both those two quicks, and Quana was very good in the under 19 World Cup, as we saw as well.
But when he got an IPL introduction, he was
6.5 CR. We were correct about Tushar Deshpande. 6.5. I think.
And also,
even if you wanted him, put him in the auction, you'll get him for 1 CR.
See, and because you got two guys with the same skill set. Yeah. Both are left arm pacers. So why you need to keep two left arm pacers and only one is going to start?
Also, if you're looking at, when you're talking about team building, Nikhil, just for your point, Nandre came in last season as a replacement player for Sandeep Sharma. But both have been retained. So they can do that as long as they have wiggle room within their budget. Correct. It's fine.
Yeah. So that is why.
See, other releases don't really surprise me. Although, another one who I'm very surprised with is that they retained Yudhvir Singh Chahal. He also, I don't remember having that many great performances.
No. Yudhvir has struggled even when he was there in LSG. He struggled even in RR. So, see, when you look at it, Shubham Dubey has been retained. Okay.
Their finisher par excellence.
Their finisher, that is there. But why get in a Donovan Ferreira? Is he like fixed that he'll only go on the Jaipur-Delhi route? Jaipur, then Delhi to Jaipur. Yeah. Is he like taking that double decker?
Somebody needs to tell him that now the highway runs all the way to Mumbai.
Exactly. I think he must have taken that
old one.
Yeah.
Not the new highway.
I know. So, yeah, I think the retention of both Quena and Nandre is a surprise for me. One should have been because you got the same skill set.
Exactly.
That's the thing. But yeah, I think if you want one more, then you got Londe Pretorius. He's also quite aggressive at the top. So
I think that top order is sorted.
Yeah, batting is settled.
It's going to be Jaiswal and Suryavanshi, if you ask me.
Suryavanshi 140. How much did he smash?
144.
42 balls.
42 balls. 11 fours, 15 sixes.
32 ball 100.
Yeah.
15 sixes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
And by the way, this was the guy who was tonking, according to RR people, in the nets. He was hitting Jofra Archer around the park. I saw the video.
He got GT he hit GT.
That century. Oh my God. Yeah. That was some next level batting.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think their batting is quite sorted.
No, not just that. I actually have, let's just go over what the lineup can be. Okay, Jaiswal and Suryavanshi. Then, of course, you've got Riyan Parag, you've got Jirel, you've got Shimron Hetmeyer.
Again, there was a debate about Hetmeyer, and I think we were all in agreement that I'd keep him. With the skill set that he brings as a finisher, very rare.
And
quality. He didn't have a great season last time, but I would still back
him. You got
Jadeja Curran, and then you can potentially
Karan Arjun
you've got. Yeah. So see, their team suddenly looks much stronger. Their one weakness for years, I've been saying, why they rely on specialists. Why do you hate your biggest all-rounder over the past few years was R. Ashwin, who you were sending up to bat at number 4 for vibes. But now it's much better.
Completely agreed.
Yep.
Okay.
We go to Mohit's team now.
Let's go. How many? Overall, I think they've done a good
I think
trade.
it's
decent. Nothing that.
I'd say 8.
8. Okay, yeah, I also agree with that. 8.
Okay, let's turn our attention.
Go to Hayes Cars Das Capitals.
Hayes Cars.
And the one big news, by the way, KL Rahul has indeed been retained.
I was never believing in anything that was.
No, I also never believed, but I was wondering why is it that the host broadcasters were running it? It made no sense.
No, because apparently there could have been a chatter. There could have been that talk. See, because a lot of time, I know this for a fact, so many trade conversations have happened but not gone through. You only know the ones that happened. That conversation may have happened, but as we discussed, KL Rahul going to KKR could have gone purely as a batter, not as a captain. It wouldn't have helped KL Rahul. It wouldn't have helped KKR also. I think they have a better captain in Ajinkya Rahane, and KL Rahul the batter, and if he's having a good time in Delhi, it's been one of his best seasons. He's had some good seasons, but this one was outstanding. So I would be very surprised that he would have gone. So yeah, that's the one thing that is out of the